After living in India for about 2 years, one of my favorite things that I picked up was the art of cooking, especially cooking really delicious stews and other dishes that have now become family favorites. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you how I make my red lentil dal. And I'm gonna add some delicious traditional spices like garam masala, curry powder, and so many more fragrant, delicious spices, which I feel like make the dish. So let's get to cooking. So the family is home today. We are having a nice little weekend so far, but I have to let you know that as a disclaimer, if you hear any noise in the background. I'm gonna go ahead and get my onions cut up. As you know, onions are the bane of my existence.
Onions always make me severely tear up, but they are so necessary in dishes like this. Eating and learning how to cook Indian food helped me learn why aromatics and spices are so important for really good meals.
I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my pan for about a few minutes, and then I'll add in our coconut oil. All right, you just want about a tablespoon or two of coconut oil. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon and a half. Just really do to taste and at your discretion for what you like. Coconut oil throughout the dish, coconut everything, is going to really bring out all of that flavor, which is nice. But if you don't have coconut oil, you can just use a neutral oil for stir frying, like an olive oil or avocado oil. Something that has a decent smoking point is gonna be helpful. Oil is pretty hot now, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in our onions. And we're gonna cook these up until they're about translucent or so. So while our onions are cooking on low to medium heat, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of our aromatics, finish chopping them up. Love garlic, I love it in everything. We're gonna do hacks for this recipe. Think about this as a quick weeknight meal or something that you just need to get on the table pretty fast. With that being said, I'm gonna use my garlic press. And since we're not ready for it to go in the pan quite yet, we don't want it to burn, I'm just going to garlic press onto the cutting board and just move it to the side. There we go, there's that last one. Scoot all of that over to the side. Our onions are looking good, nicely caramelized and translucent. I'm gonna go ahead and add in our garlic and our ginger. I'm gonna turn the heat down while we prepare our lentils. I'm gonna do about a cup and a half of our lentils today. We're gonna quickly rinse these off, put them in a little mesh strainer. I'm gonna rinse these and then we're going to cook them.
I can whip?
Mm-hmm. This smells so yummy and fragrant. And this is not even my favorite part. We're now gonna add in our spices. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of coriander, red paprika. I love turmeric. Garam masala, curry powder, some cumin, and then I'm going to salt to taste. So we're gonna also be able to add salt later in this dish, but it's always good to salt as you go. I'll mix that up, like that. And a tip that I learned is toasting your spices before you add any liquid is always a good idea. It just brings out the flavors so much more. So I'm gonna let this sit for about a minute. This is some salt-free vegetable bouillon powder. It looks so good. I'm going to add some to my cup here and then fill this up with about 3 cups of water. This is salt-free, so I added salt to my mixture. If you have a salted vegetable stock or bouillon, then you don't need to add the salt to your dish. You can more salt to taste than add it with the seasoning. Go ahead and stir that up to get it nicely incorporated. I'm gonna go ahead and add the lentils to our pot. Mix them with everything else. Get everything nicely incorporated. I'm gonna go ahead and add my 3 cups of stock. I'm gonna add in a can of diced tomatoes. And finally adding in our coconut milk, which is my favorite part. So you could say I have a lot of favorite parts of this dish. My only hope is that it doesn't spill over because it's quite a lot of mixture for this pan, but I should be fine, right? Tell me I'll be fine. Right, I'm gonna increase the heat a little bit, but I'm gonna watch this. I feel like I need to watch this. Make sure it doesn't boil over. Our dal is looking really good and getting nice and thick, which is what we want to see, while still having like a good sauce going on, which I love. I am going to add a good amount of salt because, as I mentioned, our stock was salt-free and we only really salted that bottom layer of food. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out the salt. And if you want a little bit of a sweet kick, you can add a little bit of coconut sugar or whatever you like to sweeten your little stews and curries. I feel like it needs that because the coconut milk is quite sweet on its own. So I'm gonna go ahead and generously salt this. Salt to taste, salt however you like. That was probably about a teaspoon or so. So do a teaspoon, a little bit of a teaspoon and a half. Go ahead and stir that up. And the longer this sits, the better it's gonna taste. That's exciting. You can make this ahead of time. And then if you need to, just add a little bit of water to thin it out if it gets a little too thick. It smells so good. That's good. That's very good. I do want a little spicy kick in mine, so I'm gonna add, what do we wanna add? Let me look. Add a little crushed red pepper. I like everything spicy. So does everybody else, so it should be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, cover it up. And that is it. I think we are finally ready to bring this delicious pot of red lentil curry to the table. Let's go.
This red lentil dal is so easy to make and definitely a crowd pleaser. For me and my husband, this dish was so nostalgic, reminding us not only of the delicious food we ate while living in India, but many of the memories of that time that made us who we are today. So cheers to delicious food and even more family memories that we will make one meal at a time.